Welcome to Mr. Ford's Easel. Today we're going to have another one of those matching programs, and let's start out by seeing one of the lists that has topics. We'll match up with something else. Let's look at these critters: alligator, bear, duck, dog, frog, goose. And what I plan to do is, for each one of these, I'm going to draw alligator and the other and so on. And I have the matches on the backs of these little white cards. And what I will do with each of them is to pick out a card at random and see if we can match up a critter with whatever is on the card. Okay, starting with alligator, I like to draw happy critters, including swamp critters. So here comes my version of an alligator. Now, remember, this is cartooning, and if you're expecting this alligator to look like he just came out of a swamp down in Louisiana or somewhere, well, that won't work. He's going to be a cartoonified alligator. Now let's see, before I draw the rest of them, I want to pick a card. An alligator sheriff, a lawgator. Okay, I better go ahead and put his star on him. I'm gonna make him a Western type sheriff, so like a Western cowboy sheriff. He's got a cowboy hat on his head, and he's proud of his place in the community as a lawman. So, got his arms out like that, his hands on his hips. And you know, alligators, some have little, kind of like frogs, they have these little places on their persons. So let's see, he's way out in the west, where there's a cactus nearby. If I had room, I'd draw his horse. A frog on a horse, that would be funny. So there's the alligator sheriff. Now, we move on to the bear, and of course the bear is not going to look like the ones you see at the zoo. Those of you who've been watching have probably learned that by now. Let me pick out a card for Mr. Bear. Boss. In other words, somebody who's in charge. Okay. All right. If somebody's in charge and he's the boss, he might have a big, important looking desk because, well, he's an important dude. And here's Mr. Bear. Sitting here looking important, head of some business. Pig fancy chair, maybe a paper or two, getting ready to press this buzzer and get one of his employees to come in and either compliment him or tell him do better work. His business sales chart is on the wall back there. It's looking pretty good. Oh, there's Mr. Bear. He's the boss. From the swamp to the woods to the pond, we've got a duck here, and let me check the cards, see what the duck is supposed to be. A juggler. Huh. Okay, let's see if a juggler is in the practicing his skills. The things he's juggling might be up above his head, so I'm going to have Mr. Duck notice his eyes. His eyes are looking up. And his wings are like arms, and his feathers on the end are kind of like hands. There's one of the balls he's juggling, and there's the other. Now I expect by now those of you who watched Mr. Ford's Easel over the years, you know, when you have movements supposedly going on in a cartoon, you have motion lines. Sometimes they're lines showing somebody running really fast or a car traveling really fast. Other times they might be for jugglers and maybe basketball dribblers and so on. So there's the juggling duck, the boss bear, and the sheriff alligator. And we turn now to a more domesticated critter, a dog. And let me see. Get a card for Mr. Dog. A dog, a lawyer. Oh, okay. Well, our lawyer, Doggy, is on his way to the courthouse, so he's out walking down the sidewalk. He looks pretty serious. He's got a big case he's involved in. And he's an old-fashioned dog lawyer. He still likes to wear a hat. Got a bow tie on. And what do lawyers carry their briefs in? What else but a briefcase? So here's a dog with a briefcase, and he's on his way to court. Like Mr. Alligator, he not wearing any pants, but otherwise he looks like he's ready to argue his case. Oh, these little motion lines indicate he's on the move. Looks like he's determined to really win the case, impress the judge and jury both. Now we come down to a frog. Next to the last of my critters is a frog. There are only 2 cards left, so I'll just reach over and grab one. a jogging frog, going for a frog jog. Okay. This jogging frog is on a pretty warm day, so he's perspiring a little bit. And he may be close to being worn out, as we say. Been jogging for quite a while. Here's those motion lines. It's horizontal, you know. And he's been jogging cross country. He's not at a track meet or anything like that. He's kicking up a little dust. So there's a jogging frog. We're left with a goose. And so let's see. Oh, the goose is a singer. Huh. A singing goose. Well, let's just start with the beak. Open, of course, since he or she is singing. Goose has a long neck. Has some music out here, but you can see her eyes are shut, so she's kind of really got it memorized. These little symbols here represent musical notes. And it looks like she's not at the Grand Ole Opry, but maybe making a presentation at the local book club or something. All right, here are all these critters, and I'm going to put some colors as time permits. I'm going to do a little coloring of them, make them show up a little better. So start with green. Alligators not just green, but they do have a lot of green in their pigment. I'm not going to bother trying to mix in the brown and so forth. Appropriately enough, there's a green cactus right there in the background. Bit of color in crocodile vest there. I'll give him a yellow hat, cowboy hat. Oops, he's not wearing a shirt, so that green would be showing through there, wouldn't it? And there's green everywhere, green grass. We'll switch over to the bear now and color him brown. Paws and all. And his sales chart will give it some yellow. And his disc is kind of grayish. Brings us to the juggling duck. Finally get to use my red crayon. And brings us over to our doggy. doggy lawyer. Blue jacket. Very brief K. Around there. But I didn't wear out my green color on the alligator because we need it for Mr. Froggy. We know, of course, that in real life, frogs would probably be hopping instead of just running or jogging. But give them a red track shirt or whatever. And over here is his goose. Or Mr. Goose. This is a gray goose. It's very much alive singing the song. Well, with a touch of yellow dust, that concludes Mr. Foy's Easel for this time. Tune in again and we'll have more fun with critters and their activities.